Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Washington Nationals March to October. We have successfully moved on to the NLCS. After going down 2-1 in the division series, we had to win our next 2 games in a row, and that's what we did. And it was capped off by maybe the most, actually I'll just say the most impressive, the greatest pitching performance of all time, out of Cade Cavalli to throw a perfect game in a deciding Game 5 with 18 strikeouts. So we're looking to carry on from that momentum that we created into the championship series against the Dodgers. And I was a little off what I said at the end of last episode. If you stuck around, I thought we had played the Dodgers in the wild card the first year, the division series the second year, and now in the championship series. But it turns out I remembered wrong, and this is actually going to be the second year in a row playing the Dodgers in the championship series. And the last series was the second year in a row playing the Braves in the division series. So history already repeated itself once, and now it's time for history to repeat itself again, actually for the third time, because we're looking to knock the Dodgers out of the playoffs for the third time. Over in the American League, though, it's the Rangers and the Yankees facing off in the championship series, and if I had to make a preference here, I would much rather face the Rangers, just because we faced the Yankees all the way back in year 1. So we want a fresh matchup here. But as we always do when we start a new series, we're just going to play game 1. And before we start game 1, we're going to do a little bit of scouting, check out our opposing lineup here in the Dodgers and see what we might need to be afraid of. So first things first, they finished at a 96-66 record, the best record in the National League this year. And they finished the season hot on a 5-game winning streak, winning 9 of their last 10, and then they swept the Cubs in the division series, so they're on fire right now. They're the 4th ranked team overall. The hitting is slightly worse than the Braves was overall, I think. Yeah, Braves were 2nd in contact, 3rd in power. Dodgers are 3rd in contact, but 10th in power, but their pitching is all the way up to ranked 4th. So it's going to be tough to get things going at the plate. So let's take a look at that pitching, and man, that is a top 3. Max Fried, Dustin May, Tony Gonsolin, 90, 90, 88 on the overalls. Max Fried had a really nice season. He doesn't strike anybody out though. It's kind of weird. 236 innings pitched, only 162 strikeouts, but still doesn't give up runs, doesn't give up many hits, and I'd say he has a pretty good pitch mix. Then Dustin May, we already know Dustin May can be really tough to hit with that sinker slurve cutter combination and his delivery. I think he's got, outlier on that sinker. Didn't have a crazy good year. I'm actually surprised. How does he not strike out more batters? But a 4.19 ERA, he's kind of wild, and he actually gives up a surprising amount of hits too. So hopefully we can take him down. And then it's Tony Gonsolin. Doesn't have the scariest pitch mix. Decent enough season out of him, under a 4 ERA. Then we move on to their 2 lower rated guys. I mean, when we face Gavin Stone, that's when our offense should light up. 7.12 ERA, and they're running him out in the playoffs. Their bullpen, just at a glance, looks like it's filled with pitchers that tend to be tough to hit. Yency Almonte, sinker slider combo, 99 velo, 90 hits per 9, 2.55 ERA, that's scary. Brewstar, same thing, sinker, cutter, slider. I think he actually does have the outlier on the sinker. 2.76 ERA. Another one that I'm actually surprised his K per 9 rating's that low. Alex Reyes, I thought he had a sinker, but I guess he doesn't. He actually hasn't pitched in the bigs for a long time, but he came back, had a decent enough year, it seems. 98 hits per 9 is gonna be nice and difficult. JP Fireeisen, another super high hits per 9. Not a crazy tough pitch mix, and he had a pretty solid year. Alex Vesia as a lefty at a 2.19 ERA. 99 hits per 9 and 97 Ks per 9. Phil Bickford, I thought he had a sinker, but I guess not, so he's a little less scary. Still a good hits per 9. Good numbers on the season. Evan Phillips, their closer, 3.05 ERA, 40 saves, 88 hits per 9, 88 clutch, but I feel like we have his number throughout this March to October series. But yeah, that is not the most fun looking pitching staff to be going up against for a 7 7-game series. So let's take a look at their hitting then. First off, their top 5 hitters against righties are all over an 80 overall. Mookie Betts is up to a 99 now. So let's take a look at their guys' stats then for the regular season. Gavin Lux. Wow, he hasn't played? I haven't even noticed that. He hasn't played in this March to October. I know he got hurt in real life, but I'm surprised they didn't just call him up the next year. Then Freddie Freeman. He finally is starting to regress, it looks like, down to an 82. Only 16 homers. Didn't quite get that average up over 300. Mookie Betts up to that 99 overall. Scary. And then it's Trayce Thompson, still with a 91 power against righties, hitting 34 home runs. Look at the 3 seasons he's put together in this March to October. That's ridiculous. And then it's Will Smith. Honestly, I'm surprised he doesn't do a little bit better than these numbers. Only 14 doubles, 264 average. The OPS barely over 800. Last year it wasn't even 800. And then we move into the 70s when it comes to overall, but Chris Taylor put up a pretty good season, man. Wow. For him, 27 bombs, almost a 300 average. Michael Busch seems like he broke out. He only played in half of the games, barely, and he's hitting 20 bombs. Only 71 power, but it seems like he might be a big-time home run hitter against righties. Miguel Vargas still hasn't really gotten it going that great, but he's still a decent bat. And then James Outman. Wow, this is the first full season they've had him play in this world, in this universe. Plus 13 to his contact versus lefties. Wow, to bring it up even as it is against righties. Let's see if it changes then against lefties. They got this Herb Morales guy starting against lefties, even though on the season, just based on his progression, he must have been really good against righties. 16 bombs for him in only 86 games. Okay, he's a little bit of a hitter there. And then it looks like the other difference is Michael Busch heads to the bench for Carson Kelly to come in and play third. He's a decent enough bat against lefties, I guess. Oh, and actually, I wanted to check up on how the Dodgers players are actually playing throughout the postseason so far. So sorting by batting average, in the 1 game Carson Kelly played, he had a 3-hit game, and in the 2 games Trayce Thompson played, he's batting .556 with 2 bombs. Mookie's going off. Freddie can't stop getting on base. A lot of high batting averages here, but then it drops off a cliff after Michael Busch. Pitching wise, it seems like Dustin May's the only one of the big 3 starters that had a good start, but the bullpen has been literally lights out. They haven't given up a single run out of the pen, as if I already wasn't scared enough of that bullpen. So all right, game 1, we're ready to go. We're down a run here, 1-0 in the top of the 6th. We have a runner on third with 2 outs, so a base hit could tie the game, but we need a base hit. And let's get into it. National League Championship Series. Ian Happ steps up to the plate, struck out twice so far in this one, and let's take a break to see what's gone on so far. We have 1 hit. I didn't even notice that. And that 1 hit is the hit that got Luis Garcia on third base, a triple. Adon, though, strong game, only 3 hits, 1 run allowed, no walks, and 8 punch outs. Oh my god, and I completely forgot to mention, but the game did something good. We have Michael Fulmer gone once again, didn't use him in the division series, and Adam Simber's back. So we got another arm I feel like I can rely on a bit. But it would be huge if we could get a base hit here. Ian Happ, your 99, actually it's clutch. I was going to say 99 contact against lefties could come into play here, but it's actually a 72 clutch rating. Still good. Still can get the job done. And then I'm just... I knew before that even came in that I was already frozen by it. I didn't think I was going to come through anyway. I never come through when there's 2 outs like that and already a runner on. So it's all about holding them where they're at. Adon's 72 pitches in. He's got a lot left, so I'm going to stick with him. There we go. 3-pitch punch out on a curve that stayed in the zone. Ooh, all right. Not really where you want to leave the pitch to Mookie Betts, but Happ will get there. No harm. And Trayce Thompson grounding out to Casas. That's a nice 1-2-3 inning out of Adon to hold it where it's at. All right, now let's see what we can do with a clean inning here. Lefty starter. That means Amed Rosario's in and batting second. Oh, I hit it on the ground. That was a pretty good swing, though, on a pretty good pitch. Oh my God, that's twice. I did not know Max Fried had that kind of a curveball. There we go. I'm taking that one to work it back to a 3-2 count. Come on. Oh my God, why do I keep getting frozen? What am I looking for there? All right, that time the 3-2 count, he throws a ball and we're on base. And it's going to be Matt Chapman coming up. Big spot here with the runner on first. I don't know though, with the speed of Meneses, ball in the gap might not be enough. No, I thought that was a hanger and it ended up outside. There we go. He went to the same thing, I took it. We're learning. Fool me once. Why did I even start to say that? That could have been destroyed, guys. I don't know how I missed that. Well, that's not going to help. One pitch into the bottom of the 7th, and that's a no-doubter. That was not even a bad pitch. Okay, now we're giving up a couple fly balls here. Maybe I don't leave a Doan in. Yeah, you know what? Lefty coming up, a homer, and then another fly ball out of a Doan. We'll call it a day. And we'll actually go for the first time in this postseason run here to Caleb Ferguson to face his old team. I personally have not used Ferguson that much this season after signing him in the offseason, but he had a pretty solid year. So I feel like I can trust him, especially in a matchup like this. And there we go. 3 pitches to sit him down. Great job. Another punch out on the sweeping curve. Good 2 batters face for Ferguson. But now we got an even deeper hole to climb out of here. Down 2 with only 2 innings left. Dude, if he wants to keep throwing that and leave it up in the zone, there will come a time where I won't miss it. For now, though, I guess I'll just be late on a fastball right there. Right where I should be looking for a fastball. No shot, dude. How? How am I not on anything? I don't think I've made a single good swing yet this game. All right, man. Well, even with 2 outs in the inning, I feel like we can't just give up. Gonna bring Lane Thomas in so Sheets doesn't face a lefty. How is that not hit harder? Buddy, that's your hanging curve, and all it was I was a little early, but the PCI's there. That should be destroyed. All right, well, we moved the defense around to keep Lane Thomas in, although I guess kind of worsens our defense with him being out and right, but I don't know. If we're going to be scoring runs next inning to take the lead, I wouldn't be shocked if that spot comes back around, and I wouldn't just want to be resigned to having Kiermaier come up or something like that. There we go. Ferguson's going to sit down another one. That's 3 straight punch outs for him. We got another lefty up, so we'll keep him in. Oh, no. Hap, no. I shouldn't be mad at Hap. I should be mad at the game, because why is that a hit? Ooh, and there we go. All right, big pitch there on a 3-2 count. That could have been ball 4. It was on the edge. But now with Mookie coming up, I feel like this is... I mean, it's not... He's just more balanced against righties, and then it's Thompson up after that who destroys righties. But I think it's time to get a new look out there. We'll go Efros. All he's got to do is get Mookie. Then we don't have to worry about Thompson. Okay, Thomas. You got to hit it right to him with that reaction he has. So we're lucky there. And this is it. They're sending Max Fried back out there to complete this one. He's got 1 hit allowed. Luis Garcia has that 1 hit, and he's leading it off. Oh, guys. Oh, I was early. Oh, that's a perfect. Come on. Why is he jogging? Why is that not getting over his head? Oh, no, game. It's a perfect. That's not a routine fly out. Okay, I guess I was off on that one, but going the other way is not the move right now. Come on, Rosario, you're the last hope. And right there for me, and I miss it again. Oh, how am I sitting here getting shut out, man? How? That's bad. I mean, you never know how things could have been different if that Luis Garcia perfect actually got down over his head and was a double. Because then you got the tying run coming up to the plate, nobody out. You never know how things could have gone differently. But even with that, that was just a bad game at the plate. Because that was like my only good swing. I don't know, man. We're going to be right back in a hole. But for this season, that's familiar territory. We have a long long series left, so I'm not all that worried. Just got to make sure we bounce back. Winning the next game would be big to take one on the road. So let's see what they give me here for game 2. We have the lead this time. Hopefully we can hang on to it. Texas also took a 1-0 lead over the Yankees, so that's good news over on that side, but that only matters if we win. But that is where I'm going to go ahead and call this one. I know a start to a new series in the postseason usually is a shorter episode, but I kind of like the pacing. So we'll come back next time out, play games 2 and 3, and hopefully turn this series around. But for now, guys, if you enjoyed, make sure you hit that like button for me. If you're not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and do that. But guys, thanks for watching today. Thanks for stopping by, and I will see you next time.